Good day, everyone. So today we are going to understand verb tenses. In this lesson, we are going to define what are verb tenses. Specifically, it will also explain to us present and present perfect, past and past perfect, future and future perfect. In this lesson, we are going to discuss also the consistency of tenses, and of course modals. And in every topic we will have a review or practice test. So let's start discussing verb tenses. Verbs do a lot of work in sentences. They show actions and states of being. They even take different forms to show time. Example: flew, flies, will fly. Can you see the difference? Does it show time or states of being? Okay, let's proceed now to the next slide. The tense of a verb indicates the time of the action or state of being expressed by the verb. So in this presentation, we will see the difference between present, present perfect, future, future perfect, past, and past perfect tense. Example of present tense. Gwen plays guitar in a jazz band. And then the present perfect will be she has played in the band for 3 years. Future: Gwen will play in a concert tomorrow. In future perfect form, she will have played in 10 concerts by April. Past: Gwen played last year as well. Past perfect form, she had played violin before then. The tenses of verbs are formed from the 4 principal parts of verbs. We have the base form, present participle. We have the past participle. Each tense has a progressive form, which is used to express continuing action or state of being. Present progressive, past progressive, future progressive, present perfect progressive, past perfect progressive, future perfect progressive. The present tense expresses an action or a state of being that is occurring now at the present time. Example: today we honor our veterans. In progressive form, Polly is marching in the parade. The present tense is also used in these ways: to show a customary or habitual action or state of being. Example: we recycle our aluminum cans. Another is to express a general truth. The sun rises in the east. To make historical events seem current. In 1927, Charles Lindbergh flies nonstop across the Atlantic. To discuss a literary work. In Grapes of Wrath, Steinbeck shows us the extremes of life during the Depression. To express future time. We travel to Utah next month. The present perfect tense expresses an action or state of being that occurred at an indefinite time in the past. Example, Mike has been in several parades. Present perfect tense is usually formed using the helping verb have or has the part plus the past participle. Example, he has played the drum in all of them. The present perfect tense is also used to express an action or state of being that began in the past and continues into the present. In this case, perfect means complete. Example, Mr. Lee has taught music at our school since 2004. In progressive form, Yoko has been taking flute lessons for 6 years. The past tense expresses an action or state of being that occurred in the past but did not continue in the present. The two friends shared the large swing. In its progressive form, they were swinging for a long time. The past perfect tense expresses an action or a state of being that ended before another past action or state of being occurred. Example, after Maria had gone home, Kim was bored. Past perfect tense is usually formed using had plus the past participle. Example, she asked her dad about the time that he had been a lifeguard at the beach. The future tense expresses an action or a state of being that will occur. My family will ride the train to Chicago. Future tense is usually formed using will or shall plus the base form. Example, we will be arriving at 5 o'clock. A tip about these verb tenses. We can also express future action in other ways. We are going to make our own costumes. They are about to begin the awards ceremony. I have a test tomorrow. Next, the future perfect tense expresses an action or a state of being that will end before another future action or state of being. By the time you receive this letter, she will have returned home. Future perfect tense is usually formed using will have or shall have plus the past participle. After this trip, he will have been to Chicago 3 times. So let's have practice. Are you ready? Identify the tense of each verb in bold. Be prepared to explain the difference in meaning between the sentences in each pair. Leah will begin the yard work later. Leah will have begun to work the yard work by noon. Jamie lived there for 3 years. Jamie has been living there for 3 years. Some of the girls were practicing karate. Some of the girls have practiced karate. So, let's check if your answers are correct. For number one, Leah will begin the yard work later. So this is in future tense. Expresses an action beginning the yard work that will occur in the future, which is later. Leah will have begun the yard work before eating lunch. This is future perfect tense. Expresses an action beginning the yard work that will be complete before some future action takes place, which is lunch. Next, Jamie lived there for 3 years. So this is in the past tense. The action lived occurred in the past and did not continue in the present. While the second one, Jamie has been living there for 3 years, it is in present perfect progressive. The action has been living was occurring in the past and continues into the present. The third one is some of the girls were practicing karate. It is in past progressive. The action practicing was occurring in the past and did not continue into the present. While the second statement is in present perfect tense. The action practiced occurred in the past and continues into the present. Okay. On your own, change the tense of the verb in each sentence as indicated in parentheses. Okay, the answers.